Okay, testing 1 2 3 4. It's May 12th, 2011 at 5:35 California Pacific Daylight Savings Time. And Reality Supreme Being is back on the satellite airwaves on YouTube. Haven't had very many views. Some views have come in stating a lot of my last video, which was entitled DNA, and I'd like to explain to a lot of people on YouTube that when you view my videos, remember they are a puzzle. There's a lot of ranting, raving, and this, after 44 videos, I don't think I have to rant and rave so much because I've pretty much put it all down about the crap that this society has done. And it continues to do. I'm not the only person. There's tons of people out here that this has been done to. Motorhomes being towed away. The other night, they were knocking on motorhomes' doors, sheriffs and deputies and police, you know, bugging people in motorhomes. I mean, this is just it's a class system. It is. You have to have riches. You have to be well off. You have to have money in order to not be harassed by the man or the woman, or man and woman. If this really was a truly evolved society, you wouldn't have police on the street. You just wouldn't, other than for skeleton crews for take care of accidents or things like that that might happen every once in a while. Sure, you can look and if you could talk like an optimist and say all these positive things over and over again, but you've got so much evil out there that it's very difficult to sustain that kind of positive input. It would take a superhuman to keep that positive input. It's just impossible. Anyway, you know, there comes a point in time where a person is just talked out. Like I said in my other videos, I'm just waiting to die. What's there to live for? The country has raped me of all my property. It continues to force me to live a certain way, force me to make decisions that to push me in directions, and in doing that, forcing me to make decisions that I never would have made if I'd been left alone originally, which is, you know, what should have happened, but it didn't. So Carl Jung, that's spelled J-U-N-G for those of you that don't know, once said that was an avid believer in that there is a cosmic collective intelligence, if you really want to call that, but there's a collective, it's not intelligence, there's a collective consciousness and a collective subconsciousness that applies to the human beings on this planet, the human creatures. And you can choose to be one of two different types of creatures. You can be the human element who has a conscious and subconscious mind, and I believe I repeated this in one of my other videos, who, people like me, who consciously and subconsciously have accepted that one day we're all going to die, and I'm not going to go out of my way and make other people miserable and unhappy because I can't accept that I'm going to die. Even though my death is being orchestrated by the power that's in office, the president, the Congress, the Senate, the state Senate in California, the jerk-offs who live in neighborhoods who call anonymously and hurt people, their fellow neighbor, and destroy their life financially and mentally. Then there's the other type of person. These are the type of people that cause the trouble. They will tell you to your face the same thing I just said. Oh, I'm not afraid of dying, and consciously and subconsciously I've accepted it. But they're lying. Subconsciously, they are scared crapless they're going to die. So they're so unhappy about it that they're going to make it miserable for every person they can. Call on their neighbor. The police going to tow your cars away. They're going to make vicious cycle laws that tow away people's motorhomes and make them even more homeless. And you know, the city of Los Angeles, the city of San Francisco, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, St. Paul, Minnesota. I can name all the cities in the United States. You got homelessness because you are all idiots and you don't have any answers. You don't have an advanced society. God knows why you don't have an advanced society. You send ships and things to other planets, and the Voyager space probe is outside of our solar system now. You're able to land stuff on asteroids. You're able to put rovers on Mars, and you don't have socialized medicine in the United States to take care of people's teeth. Are there illnesses that come up because you people who vote for these jerk-offs, all of them, every last one of them, they're all jerks. You need to do what Spain did. Wipe it clean. Don't wait for election. Wipe it clean by not paying taxes. Tell the government this. Go collect this. That's what you need to do. And until every person in the United States does that, rich, poor, middle class, and you all hold on to your horses, hold your ground, and tell them, screw you, I'm not going to give you 1 penny a tax until you change it the way it's supposed to be. You protect people's rights, you protect their privacy, you protect what they do. You don't look over neighbors' yards to turn them in for a couple of bad-looking cars in their backyard who nobody can see except the person who owns the property or rents the property. A lot has to change in order for you to improve your environment. You have to change. You can have a perfect looking society that complies with every building and safety code, but if you are sick inside, if you're an eyesore fanatic and a person who goes out of their way to hurt people using the color of law, you are evil. And there's nothing pretty about that. You're miserable because you know you're going to die and you can't do anything about it. You can't accept it, so you're going to make everybody's life miserable. That's what it's all about. I'm only 7 minutes into this recording, and I doubt anybody's going to hear it. The last recording was only viewed by 4 people. Whoop-de-doo. And even if I had naked girls behind me dancing and all that, oh yeah, I'd have more views because the guys are more interested in that than they are the common sense that I'm spinning out here. And the only reason I'm doing this is because society has destroyed my life to such a degree and taken my cars, my boats, my possessions, slashed my tires. They've taken everything so much that I don't have anything to fall back on. Except homelessness. Hold on a second. Let's see. Darn. Listen, I'm doing a recording. I got to call you back.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So anyway, what's it all about? What do you people want? You listen to that jerk off, for lack of a better word, nigger, and lack of a better, all the white trash that runs for office and gets in. And it doesn't matter. You can call all the racial names you want to. People should be grown up enough to say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Except for children. You should be careful what you say to children because they're impressionable. But adults, hey, you should grow a thick shell and learn. Don't make a big thing out of it. When they killed bin Laden, I use that as a perfect example. They killed bin Laden. The news media, the biggest culprits of all, they're the ones that keep the smart people from ever getting into office because they're bought and paid for by the Bilderberg Group. They don't give equal publicity to all presidential candidates or senator candidates or even candidates for mayor. When I ran for mayor here in L.A., they didn't give me any attention. You know why? Because they are bought and paid for. It's pay-to-play politics, and if you don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to commercials, to the main media programs, they ain't going to put you on the air. And if they do, they'll put you on the air for like 15 seconds and edit everything out that you say that's smart and try to get you to answer to something dumb, like you go, duh, or something like that, and that's what they'll put on TV, to make you look like an idiot. These people are evil. When the guy who sent anthrax to all the tabloids and sent it to Dan Rather, they deserved it. You know why? Because the media is evil. They're bought and paid for, and they keep the right candidates from getting into office. They don't give you equal publicity. They should all be put out of their misery, either lined up against the wall and shot, or thrown on a boat and tossed on some island in the South Pacific where they can't do anybody any harm. and replace all the media with people that give equal, concerted, honest, serious attention to candidates that have a platform that makes sense and are not trying to bulldoze someone. And that's what these candidates do. They're Bilderberg puppets, Trilateral Commission puppets. They move and jump through the hoops of the Rockefellers and the rich people's interest. They don't care about poor people, even though the poor people are busting their ass, paying taxes just to keep their lives barely alive. They like that. Trust me. In New Zealand, more than 90% of the people own their houses. Why can't that happen here in the United States on a larger scale? Hey, the United States does things on a larger scale. That's what the war is in Afghanistan and Iraq. That's a huge, large scale. You're going all the way across the Atlantic and taking all those munitions and the guns and the tanks. You're going to kill everybody over there. You're going to defeat terrorism. There's only one way to defeat terrorism. My way. My way. And I know how to do it. Otherwise, I tell the terrorist, more power to you. Do whatever bin Laden said, and more so if need be, because there's so much contamination of this kind of sick thinking, not the terrorist thinking, that's sick already, but the way the people in the United States think, that's sick thinking too, because you allow these SOBs to get into office. Bill Clinton, George Bush, it doesn't matter who they were. Obama, oh, I'm going to bring change to the United States. Yeah, right. Which kind of change? And you people were so stupid you fell for it. And you fell for the Bush thing, and you fell for the Clinton thing. You need to go to the YouTube, not YouTube, but the internet, and punch in Bilderberg Group. You'll see the truth. These people are evil. It's that simple. You need to do what Spain did after they bombed those trains. Wipe them out. Get rid of all of them. All of them. State, federal, local. Junk them. This crappy mayor that calls himself a Mexican, he's a Latino. He ain't no Latino. He's a whitey. He's a white trash and a nigger, and anybody is a nigger and a jerk who doesn't do the right thing. That's when you deserve to be called names, when you're not doing the right thing. Look what happened with the basketball guy. He beaned that guy and knocked him down. Now they're going to fine him $800,000. Plus he took his jersey off on the basketball court. That's what I call, someone asked me, do you think that was right, Caesar? No, I don't think that was right. That was unfair sportsmanship. But fining him $800,000, I think that's a little heavy. I think that's a little hard. But that would depend on how badly the guy he beaned, his opponent, how badly he was hurt. If it shows up that he was hurt really seriously, then he should pay the $800,000 because he should have known better than to bean him. Unless there's some other story that he wants to tell that maybe the guy he hit did something bad to him, and then it's a personal issue. So they should have just said, hey, let's put the boxing clubs on and get in a boxing ring and fight, and the last man standing is the winner. I mean, if they really want to fight it out, if they got a personal problem there on the court, they shouldn't take it to the basketball court. They should take it someplace else. Anyway, we're 13 minutes into this tape, and I don't think anyone's going to watch. And who would want to elect me for president? I wouldn't want to be president. Like I told you, I want a plebiscite by the United States, and I already symbolically have been the emperor of the United States since 1996 in October. Now we need to make it real. Since October of 1996, I predicted the 9/11 attacks. I predicted the Waco, Texas thing. Before that, I predicted all of the things, and I did it not by psychic energy. I did it by my quantum theory generators, which I run or used to run in my house before my house was burnt. I mean, they came after me with everything, and they did it by remote control. In other words, they made the lower people, the lower government, come after me. So what am I supposed to do? How can I fight back? Nobody cares. Nobody's listening to me. My teeth are ground away from all the stress, from me grinding my teeth at night, from all the stress that they caused. They caused nothing but situational depression in my life, and then I'm supposed to sit here and twiddle my thumbs and go, okay, you can keep screwing me over. They ruined my life. Destroyed my future plans, destroyed my research projects. They destroyed everything. I mean, I could have had it, like I said, I could have had houses working on less than $100 a month. I mean, per year, $100 a year for using all the utilities in your house. Well, anyway, they don't want something like that. Oh my God, God forbid, that'll really destroy the economy. Well, let's talk about it later. Bye.